Great rising to all my digital hustlers worldwide. We have made it to another glorious Friday, another glorious weekend. Guys, want to let you know before we start this episode, in 12 days, you see the timer here. 12 days, guys, 18 hours, 52 minutes, and 38 seconds. Abra will be launching a brand new feature. Okay. Now, I can't give you the details of this feature for professional reasons, but I can assure you, if you guys have been rocking with this channel for a while, you know that this has been one of my most talked about platforms for wealth management. If you check my link tree, the cool little QR code to the left here, you'll see that that is the top exchange option, the top choice for a wallet that I would suggest. In 12 days, guys, October 7th, they are getting ready to launch something that no other exchange has ever done before. All right. Just wanted to start this episode off with that huge news, guys. So make sure you scan that QR code so you can get signed up for Abra. But that's not all I have for you in this episode, guys. There is a lot of FUD in the air. China is at it again. Their central bank is cracking down on crypto. We've heard that before. But at the exact same time, guys, Twitter has launched their crypto Bitcoin tipping service, starting with iOS users, Android users coming in the coming weeks, guys. Now, this story also is important to take note of because Bitcoin Lightning's network capacity hits another all-time high. Now, it's important to take these two stories together because the next wave for Bitcoin, if it is to be used as payment, the Lightning Network is going to be a very crucial piece, which is why I always try to share information on the Lightning Network for you guys. But before we get into the news for today's episode, we're going to take a look at the markets with our market snapshot. Now, taking a look at the markets, guys, Bitcoin is down. We are down, most likely due to the FUD, down around 8% right now. Okay. But what I have seen in the charts, what the charts are speaking to me is that we are still in positive territory. Okay. Because what you can see up here, all right, and I've been doing a little bit more research on these Bollinger Bands, guys. I'm trying to tell you, I am blessing you with this Bollinger Bands information. That's all I'm going to say. But looking at the top chart here, guys, what you can see happening along the 20-day moving average, that is what we call this red line, one thing that I learned. But this moving average is a 20-day period indicator of Bitcoin's price over the last 20 days. Now, interesting things happen when you tie in real world events with the technical behavior of price, starting right here at this section, guys. Okay. If this was a normal technical price movement, you know what I'm saying? We would have saw this like we saw on the 18th. We hit that line, hit the moving average. It served as a resistance. We came back. Now, this here, what we witnessed last night, this is obviously FUD because we were on a upwards trajectory, okay, potentially to retest that moving average at the 49.50 range. But the news came out, stopped the momentum, okay? This is how you can indicate which way the momentum is going. These bands here, top and bottom, represent deviations in volume, okay? So as you can see, the volume did not really move. Thus would explain why, even though the market is red right now, these dips are not nearly as drastic as the ones from, let's say, September 7th, okay? So that's how you know what type of situation this is. That is why I love looking at the Bollinger Bands. So let's take a look at the weekly, guys, to see where we are now. Something else interesting here. This pattern that we have been watching over the last couple of weeks is playing out, guys. So we have broken below that 20-day moving average. Now, does that mean that this is a bad thing? In my opinion, no, because of the contractions that you see right here. Those contractions mean that there is less volatility, okay? Meaning that there is an increased chance for a massive price move either to the upside or to the downside. Now, what can confirm whether or not we're going to the upside? This is what I personally feel, because on the weekly, we haven't broken below that 20-day moving average, which seems to be at around 40K. We're sitting right above it, guys. Unless we break down below 40K, I don't see that the massive price movement that's getting ready to happen. I don't see that going south. Okay. I do not see that going south at all. So as far as Bitcoin goes right now, guys, it's quiet. There's FUD in the market. It's like I said. So people are unsure. You can honestly expect some sideways movement today. We're going to play somewhere between 41 and 44 throughout the day until this news dissipates and we head into the weekend fully. Okay. But let's just look at the only top performers, guys, are actually coming out of the stock market in the form of Planeteer and Hyliion. There's a couple stocks that I watch, keep them on my chart. They are, what would we call fourth industrial revolution stocks? Okay. Planeteer, Hyliion's with the EV trucks, electric vehicles, self-driving semi trucks, transportation, logistics, that stuff. Planeteer, Google Planeteer. Yeah, you'll have fun this weekend. But XDC actually is holding pretty good right now, up 1%. Now, I've noticed this is the XDC to BTC chart, guys. I'm using this XDC to BTC chart to learn something new. Okay. We're used to trading these currencies against regular fiat. Okay. But some point in the future, there's going to be a time where there's going to be an exchange to come out that is going to be backed strictly off of Bitcoin. And I want to be versed in trading against, well, not trading, but leveraging, if you will, against Bitcoin. Maybe trading is the right word. I'm not sure. But point is, I'm looking towards the future when it comes to the what these assets are leveraged against, essentially, guys. But XDC looking good, especially against BTC, guys. As you can see, we got some contractions going here, which means that a major price action is in the works. We are also above the 20-day moving average, which means that we are in a safe zone. That means that XDC could reach somewhere around 400, maybe 500 Satoshis, the dollar value of which would bring that to about 12, maybe 13 cents. So XDC is looking good right now. Tezos, I was about to say Stellar, thinking of Stellar, but Tezos also looking decent right now, even though it's down 3%. We have gotten back into that $6 range. Acoin still stabilized at the $26, $27 range. It's probably going to stay like that until, some more volume kicks in. But as far as the market goes, everything's quiet, guys. Let's take a look at the total crypto market cap here. Seeing much of the same. Yeah, the total crypto market cap itself, guys, if we come back down to this bottom line, which is at 1.75, okay, so about another $1 billion. Another $1 billion can be shaked out of the market in the next day. We come down, we touch this bottom band, and as you can see right here, when we hit that bottom band, that southern deviation, it's going to push us back up. So again, markets may be kind of shaky today leading into tomorrow, but I'm still positive, guys, because this is Q4 and history dictates that Q4 is always good for us. But let's get into the news. We're going to get China out of the way, guys, because this is a reoccurring narrative. I'm starting to see that. Ben was right. But simply, the People's Bank of China said services offering trading, order matching, token issuance, and derivatives for virtual currencies are strictly prohibited. Overseas cryptocurrency exchanges providing services in mainland China are also illegal. It is not the first time China has gotten tough on crypto. Earlier this year, they did the crackdown on mining. Now, again, like I said, guys, China is always in the news when it comes to crypto and trying to regulate it, make it illegal, make it legal, ban it, not ban it, all that type of stuff, guys. I'm starting to see that China is used for something. Okay. Won't go into clarification as to what it is. Pretty sure you guys know what I'm getting at. But that's what's causing the majority of the stir in the markets. But let me give you some good news, guys. Twitter launches the crypto tipping for all users. Now, if you've been with this channel for a while, you know that we have been watching this develop all year. Originally, it was supposed to be Cardano, but the Lightning Network was chosen, most notably using Strike. Now, again, bringing us back to Abra. You can get Strike on Abra, guys, and it's important to get Strike because Strike app, Jack Mallers' Strike app, is a crucial component to this Twitter Lightning Network powerhouse, okay? But getting into the news, in a Thursday blog post, Twitter staff product manager Esther Crawford said the crypto tips feature would be available for all iOS users globally, and the platform plans to roll out options for Android in the coming weeks. The crypto option will allow users to link third-party apps, including Cash App, Patreon, Venmo, Chipper, Bandcamp, Razorpay, GoFundMe, PicPay, and Wealth Simple Cash, depending on your region, to their Twitter bios and individual tweets to receive funds. So this is going to look a lot like the tipping function that you have with Brave. If you're using Brave browser, guys, which I highly recommend, that's the browser I use. You can get free basic attention token just for blocking ads. But it's going to look a lot like that. And this only difference may be the icon that you see, that where the basic attention token tipping feature would be. You would probably see a little lightning strike, but goes on to states that we want everyone on Twitter to have access to pathways to get paid, digital currencies that encourage more people to participate in the economy and help people send each other money across borders with as little friction as possible. Now, that part right there, with as little friction as possible, that's going to be thanks to Strike. In addition to the link services, Twitter tips are available to use through the Bitcoin Lightning Network, which sends payments using the Strike app, or by adding BTC address to directly to one's profile. Twitter will take no cut. So that's big news, guys. That's going to do wonders, not only for Twitter itself, but for Bitcoin and the Lightning Network. Okay. Now, on the subject of Lightning Network, guys, we've reached new all-time highs. Okay. This integration with Twitter helped that. Okay. As well as Strike. But want to give you some information on this Lightning Network, guys, and I'm going to let you get out of here. But public channel capacity on the Bitcoin Lightning Network continues to explode, with the channel capacity hitting another all-time high of 2,700 BTC. The Lightning Network is a layer 2 scaling solution built on top of Bitcoin's base layer. This allows two peers to open up a channel between each other and defer final settlement into the future. So that's exactly what's occurring with this Twitter tipping service, okay? When you go and tip some of your favorite creators or your favorite people on Twitter, you are essentially opening up another payment channel between you and that creator, guys, okay? This is the exact same thing that's happening in El Salvador, where in the sense that these merchants are exacting Bitcoin payments, not on the base layer, but on the Lightning Network, okay? And a large payment processor on the Lightning Network, the largest payment processor on the Lightning Network, is Strike, guys. Keep that in mind. Now, a little history. Lightning Network was first released back in January of 2016 as a proof of concept idea, as the Bitcoin base layer has limited throughput, which was and still is needed to keep the network sufficiently decentralized. Now, although network functions using payment channels open between two peers, public channels and node interconnectivity allow for payment routing through other Lightning nodes on the network, who can selectively choose what fees are charged and whom on the network are connected to. Okay. Now, there's still security involved with the Lightning Network. These channels will be private and no balance is visible. Now, El Salvador had a large impact on the Lightning Network, reaching all-time highs. In the last 3 months, the Lightning Network has witnessed spectacular growth, most likely in part to El Salvador's adoption as Bitcoin for legal tender, with the Lightning Network playing a major role in the onboarding process. Pay attention to that, guys. They're using the Lightning Network to onboard merchants in El Salvador, citizens of El Salvador. Okay. The number one used app in El Salvador right now, Strike. Okay. Gonna keep reiterating that, guys. It's not financial advice, but if they're being used in this fashion, it's kind of important. But similar to the base layer, the best scaling solution for the Lightning Network is Bitcoin's underlying number go up technology. As additional people, institutions, and nation states choose to adopt Bitcoin monetary network, the fixed supply of the asset means that the underlying BTC to USD exchange rate must appreciate, which itself scales the capacity of the network, guys. This paragraph here is why I am so focused on the Lightning Network. As it states here, as additional people and institutions and nations choose to adopt the Bitcoin monetary network, the fixed supply of the asset means that the underlying BTC USD exchange rate must appreciate, guys. That is going to scale the capacity of the network. Okay, so it's crazy how a lot of YouTubers, a lot of Bitcoin YouTubers, they don't acknowledge the Lightning Network. They don't believe in it. They don't think it's ever going to work. But they misunderestimate. They misunderstand the importance of Bitcoin having a layer 2. There's no other way it can get to 6 figures if it's not being used as a payment channel. There's no other way to get there. I'm sorry if I'm young in the space and just don't know these things. Please let me know down in the comments. But based off of what I'm seeing, we don't get to 6 figures without the Lightning Network. Okay? Math, guys. Simple mathematics. But that's all I really got for you in today's episode, guys. Make sure you stick around to the channel for this weekend. We got some big news coming from Alchemy Pay. They have now teamed up with Chainlink, as well as some big news coming from Stellar Lumens. And they are getting ready to roll out some developments in Africa in correlation with Acoin, guys, and the CBDCs. You don't want to miss that. So make sure you stick around to the channel this weekend, guys. Got some great information coming your way. But if you found value in this episode, make sure you hit that like button and, of course, subscribe so that way you never miss an update on global crypto adoption with the global perspective. Of course, you can reach me directly at the QR code to the left, or the links will be down in the description for your convenience. But as I always say, guys, have a great weekend. Have a prosperous weekend. Most importantly, get that money. I'll see y'all in the next one.